Hello everyone, and welcome to the game of Warships. It's one of my replays, and I'm in the Des Moines, at tier 10 US cruiser. I'm on the map Trap in a 3-point domination game. It's, well, obviously a tier 10 battle. No poor tier 8s around, only tier 9s and tier 10s though. There's no carrier. And I'm divisioned with two of my friends, Youth and Viper. And Destroyers. Now Viper is around here, he could have provided me with a smoke screen if I needed, while Youth with his Hydro is inside their capping. Now right now, it looks like the enemy has contested neither A nor B, and is basically just pushing hard at A. This means our forces at A really need to think about retreating probably, and our forces here need to get moving towards, will probably be soon. Now meanwhile, I found a Mogador and I'm being dropped by a Dutch airstrike. The problem is that Dutch airstrikes actually hurt like a truck in a Des Moines because, you know, don't really have much dagger. And, well, that did hurt quite a bit. Now, honestly, the damage might have been a little bit premature because there might be another airstrike coming. Meanwhile, I'm radaring this Mogador that almost escaped, and it beached in a desperate attempt to run away. So, there it goes. Also, I could already be pressing the heal button right here. Well, there comes the next airstrike. There is a fire, and there's probably gonna be another fire, isn't there? Oof. That that wasn't a good start, but you know, we got the destroyer. We are one ship ahead. We're doing fine with objectives. Our forces at A are still holding, although as I said, they should probably try to. Honestly, if I were those ships, I'd probably turn my ship around already, pointing my away and being prepared to kite away. We have two objectives, right? We don't need the third, to be honest. So, if we can clear up those ships, we aren't even going to be flanked. Right, ideally we want to clear up those ships rather quickly, and then basically defend. Now, meanwhile, interestingly enough, our E-Sumo here is in the A line. Now, we've established quite a while ago that basically there's nobody here except for the Alsas maybe and the Golden Line. Well, there was the Mogador, which we have taken care of, so those Izumos should be pushing as quickly as they can against those enemies. Ideally, what we want is we want to sink those as fast as possible and then, as I've said earlier, reinforce B. Now the problem is, I'm just at Des Moines and I've already lost half of my health. Well, actually a bit more than half of my health, although I can heal quite a bit, so I have to be somewhat careful. Now the Alsace has been taken care of by the set. That's good news, because the Alsace was... well, it's a battleship, right? And as a poor Des Moines, that's scary. Although the Alsace doesn't have the biggest guns, they are still pretty scary. Now that it's gone, I can more freely move here, right? If I'd come around here, I'd been detected, and then the Alsace wrecks me, that would have been bad. Now, meanwhile, at least the Izumo in the north has finally realized that it shouldn't be there. Now, we've lost our destroyer down at the A-cap, which is a shame. I feel like you should have probably played it a little bit more. Like, I know you want to have this cap and delay the enemies there, but I think they could have been a little bit more careful. But, you know, we're still equal on ships, and honestly, we have more points. Now, all it comes down to is us defend B. And the enemy is still not sailing towards B necessarily, so there's still some time here to mount our defense. I'm trying to get some shots at this Golden Lion without being detected, hopefully. Now, there is a Fletcher here, sort of in our ranks. Yeah, I mean, the Montana is unfortunately, it looks like it's somewhat beached there against this island, so that Montana is going to get overrun. And the Yoshino was taken out as well. So, our Izumos are, well, the Izumo in the lead isn't really coming this way even yet. Like, see, that's the problem, right? We've established a long time ago that C is basically clear of enemies, and yet those two Izumos, those two tier 9 battleships that are probably still full health, haven't even tried to... well, I haven't tried very hard to come towards where the fight actually is. Now I'm at Des Moines. Obviously, I'm not gonna lead any charges here, and all we wanna do is mount the defense here from B. Now Viper is providing a smoke screen here because I'm detected. It's a little bit awkward because that Iowa is coming in here and... Well, I mean, we are inside a smoke screen, right? I've got a hydro going. So at least nobody can shoot us. Well, as long as the Iowa doesn't shoot, I suppose. This was a bit of awkward maneuvering there. I honestly didn't realize that Iowa was coming, and I guess the Iowa didn't also realize I was there. But okay, so our Izumos still aren't here. Now, right now it looks like they are not actually coming towards us, but they are sailing I don't know where. I briefly managed to catch the Holland with my radar. Unfortunately, I kind of have to reverse here. So...
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
And there are some torps coming.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Meanwhile, the Riga is also almost in radar range, so I might get radared soon. I mean, as I said, the idea is to mount a defense here with this island. It gives me some cover, allows me to get some shots off at Des Moines, and we don't want to push the enemy. All we want to do is hold the beacon, right? Points, ships-wise, unfortunately, it's not looking so good. But points-wise, as long as we can hold, yeah. Full health Izumos. Still haven't arrived here. So yeah. It's a shame that our forces today didn't manage to kite away and survive a bit, but it now all depends on how good we can defend this. So I'm raided as was expected, and I can't lock shells properly against this Soyuz right now. Now if I reverse too much, then I'm gonna get dragged by other ships, so I've decided to instead go forward and just switch targets. Speaking of targets, that Salem here would make an excellent one. It's sort of charging us and is potentially also a radar threat. So let's go for that. Also, we are currently in Viper smoke screen, which means once it runs out, you can provide another one here. So we should be fine. Salem has decided to go broadside in front of us. Instead of keep pushing nose in and radaring us, which I pretty much appreciate, because that means we can easily deal with the Salem and not get detected. There we go.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Now, no idea where the Holland and the Fletcher are currently. I don't have a hydro going. I'm not sure if my division mate currently has one. Don't think so. So we might be a little bit vulnerable to torpedoes. Now, I can't really shoot the Soyuz here. I can't go in a position to shoot it without getting detected, I think. But there is the Iowa and the Georgia. So I'm not necessarily lacking for targets here. Now we can see some shots coming from the smoke screen. Oh, I'm hydroed. In 8 seconds I could try radaring. But... yeah, I probably should have raided here. By the way, this is a mistake on my part. Because the Izumo could use it. There is the radar. So, you know, only a few seconds late. But now the Izumo has Fletcher to shoot. And I have a Holland to shoot. So I accidentally found a Holland. That's also good news. I'm not sure if anybody is shooting this Fletcher. But at least my team would have a chance. And the Holland is going to beach against this wreck. That should give me one at least easy hit there. Now, it's not quite sunk yet, and it's already outside of my radar, so I'm not actually sure why it's spotted right now. Did it shoot its guns earlier? Maybe.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Oh. Am I gonna eat the torp here? Or can I dodge? I can dodge it.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
Okay, I got the Holland. Now the Iowa is pushing around here, so I'm pretty screwed. I need to go forward rather quickly. Well, it looks like I survived this, so the Riga is pushing around here. My division mate is getting wrecked by said Riga. But my armor piercing is preloaded. Let's see what I can do. Unfortunately, we have really run out of ships by now. Well, at least we still have the Susumu, right? That probably getting farmed by Holland over there. Okay, so Riga, full broadside. Oh yes, give me those citadels. Keep giving me those citadels. Now Des Moines has some very good angles for its armor piercing. Meanwhile, the Fletcher is trying to torpedo me, but you know, I've got Hydro, so I'm not gonna fall for that. It's back to high explosive, and I can farm this Fletcher. There's a Confederate. Any second now, and there we go. I was afraid it would get some torps reloaded again. Now, here is the problem, right? Oh, yeah, our Isumu is basically dead. It's probably been farmed by the Holland all this time where it was on a journey there in no man's land. So I have a problem. I'm inside this cap with 4 battleships. In a Des Moines. What's even worse is this poison isn't going forward right now, it's waiting. Well, I guess it is actually going forward, but rather slowly. Might even be slowing down here. I'm being hydroed, so they know exactly where I am. If I go forward, the poison's gonna fight me. If I'm staying here, then they're gonna come around and push me from the rear. If it's like I'm just screwed, right? I could try to make a mad dash away, but keep in mind those battleships are all sort of within 5 kilometers of me. It's too far away to get yet. Now, if I just... I mean, the Iowa overmatches my rear. It doesn't really overmatch my side, so I'm trying to be at least a little bit angry. Well, there is a Charger, and there wasn't really much I could have done in the end, I think. I mean, I could have tried to make a mad dash. I could have tried to at least be a nose, like, as I said, like, they overmatch my nose anyway, but it minimizes my target. I could have tried going around charging the poison, if I wanted to. Meanwhile, Viper has found the Holland, and a nice torpedo there, but it's not torpedoing this. And that gives us a coordinated attack. Now, we're obviously going to speed it up from here. It's Viper against 4 ships now. And the problem is, right, that they've just flipped the cap, so we don't really have the point. So Viper is currently running from St. Georgia. And there is the Iowa. Technically, Viper has a chance if he sinks enough ships and if they, like, not take... Yeah, three battleships are charging after Viper. And he's in a Summers, right? So if he can torp all 3 of them, this should be a win for us. But, well, he's getting the Iowa. But here is where, unfortunately, the enemy team remembers that all they have to do is win, is not sink. And at this point, basically, the enemy has just decided to... I mean, the enemy poison has already decided to win by taking the sea cap. Which is a bad luck for us. He took away our only objective and he's probably now chilling there, having a nice cold beer in hand, putting up his feet and just waiting for the win to happen. And basically we're screwed. Viper is gonna try to torp those ships, but they aren't making it easy for him. And in the end, it's just a defeat. Well, that brings us to the results, and our division sunk 8 ships in total. Out of 9 that have been destroyed. It was obviously not enough to carry a game, which is quite unfortunate. And of course, we have been reported twice. I don't know if it was the enemy or our team. I expect it was our team. So there is that. Well, I guess it's our fault for not carrying hard enough, right? Yeah, this is the Sinking Man's action game, I suppose, that we are playing these days. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Maybe you had a laugh or a cry along the way. And I'll see you guys next time.